John,
Are we in?
yes, you are. I can hear you clearly.
Okay.
Just waiting on Olivia.
Okay.
And you know what I'm going to do is over the weekend, I'll schedule our sessions so you guys have these links in advance.
Okay.
Again, I think that the issues with security, I don't think it's going to really make much of a difference for us.
Yeah.
It's like and I think too we will be because I can admit you guys because you're put in a waiting room first. I'll be able to catch any kind of suspicious activity.
Okay. So I have these new. I ordered these from these things.
Where did you?
I got them through Amazon.
Okay. Oh, great. Yeah, great, John. That's great. That's fantastic.
Blue is heavy, and this is medium, and then there's a green for light.
Gotcha.
So there's
that's perfect.
3 of them.
Perfect.
So
perfect.
I could use them on my post here.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we could do rows. There's all kinds of great stuff we can do with them. I'm going to see if Olivia's got some, and then if she doesn't, I've got an extra set that she can always borrow.
Yeah. But it's a pretty good one for the external
Exactly.
rotation.
We got an external rotation band, pull apart, those double external rotation. We could do face pulls against the pole. I mean, everything that we do with the handled bands and even the TRX, we can really do with those bands.
Okay.
They're really quite versatile. And I mean, and honestly, if you, I know you ordered those bands. Did you still order the bands with the handles?
No, because they were out.
Yeah. So I mean, you can great. I mean, you can do everything with those bands that you could do with the bands with the handle. They're just not as often
for the hand.
The handles, yeah, just because they're a lot more comfortable. But again, it's unnecessary. Yeah. You're good with bands like that. You're good to go.
Okay. Well, the TRX will come in another 2 weeks, I think.
It's great. I just think that the TRX is just such a great thing to have. I mean, obviously for situations like this, and even when we're out of these kind of situations, it's something that you can use. And again, I mean, I saw that you subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Right.
Check out not only are you and Olivia's workouts on there. I've got our Tai Chi is going to be up on there as well. Good. Right. So all the classes that we do, all the Tai Chi classes, you're going to have. You're going to be able to go back and you're going to be able to view all of them. And that's really important to be able to do, because my objective for you guys is to have you be able to do that first section of the form. And I tell you, John, if you can do that and you can get it down, it's amazing. I mean, it's kind of me and, joking, but, I always call it like my Tai Chi form, like an old friend. Like it really is like visiting with an old friend. Even when I don't do it for a while, the way it just grounds me, it settles me. There's just so much that it does that, again, no other practice has provided me.
I would love to do on odd days that we're not doing this.
Well, my plan is to do it. My plan is to have it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then what I'm thinking about doing is maybe doing, and I'm going to reach out to everybody concerning this, but Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then possibly on Saturday mornings, I'm looking at doing, like a restorative yoga class.
Oh, that'd be fabulous.
And I'm not sure if it's going to be at 8:30 yet or at 12. I know somebody had asked about 12. Personally, I like doing this kind of stuff in the first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So
I like to get it out of the way.
Yep, me too. So I probably will be 8:30. And then for those who can attend, again, the video will be submitted online. just check and see it.
She's usually pretty punctual.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's trying to get her grandson off of the internet.
Yeah, right. I just sent her a text. Thanks for being patient, John. And if she's,
It's only 10:06.
yeah,
10:06.
as long as it's only. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
She's back.
She's back. Yeah, so it'll probably be just in the morning, John. It'll probably be Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30 for the Tai Chi.
Okay.
You know, I'll make a decision on that by today, and I'll have something sent out by tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I think the social distancing is going to go on beyond our April 30th time.
Hands down, I agree.
So we could be doing this all through May.
Yeah. And again, Tai Chi has always been one of these things for me that has, hey, oh, there she is.
Her egg. She has Easter.
That's why she's running a little late. She had to get herself seasonally dressed.
I had to lay some eggs.
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
Jamie's mom's gonna come up early on Sunday morning and do some stuff in the yard for the kids.
Oh, cool.
And then disappear because they're still social distancing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's getting serious now.
It seems to be, we're doing pretty good though, right? I gotta say, it seems, I mean, again, maybe they're just not testing enough. I don't know, but
you're right. You're right.
We're at like 27 or 30, right? Somewhere around there, between 25 and 30. Yeah.
I've had a lot of issues where I couldn't leave and I had car trouble, so they had to come and get the car and bring it back and then take it away again and bring it back, and they sanitize, and it's a big rigmarole. Everybody wearing masks and gloves, but I feel safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll live to see another Easter.
I ran a couple of errands yesterday. Had to go to Safeway, had to go to the bank. And they're definitely like, they've got the windows up at the teller, the teller windows, right? We're like, kind of like how it used to be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived in
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Was that Bank of Hawaii?
This was Central Pacific Bank. That's who I bank with. Okay. It reminds me of when I lived in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn for a little while. And John, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Bed-Stuy?
I don't know that. No.
Bed-Stuy was a little bit of history. Bed-Stuy was the setting for the Spike Lee's first movie, Do the Right Thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a pretty rough area. Now it's becoming more and more gentrified, but it was a pretty rough. And I just remember you would go into like the Kentucky Fried Chicken or like the Crown Chicken, and they would have bulletproof glass up in the and that's kind of what it reminds me of. It reminds me of going into some of these places like where they would have bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy, okay, well, it's
my bank, you have to make an appointment to go inside. So it's,
do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or
that's right.
Or the ATM.
You use the credit union, right?
Right.
Yeah. And I know Central Pacific Bank is devoting the first hour of business to seniors, right? So unless you're not allowed to come in unless you're a senior. So it's kind of cool. It's good to see people. It's good to see some of these companies and organizations taking care of people, or at least doing their best stuff.
We like the kapuna.
right?
Yes. Happy us.
But all right. Well, Olivia, real quick, and then we'll dive you guys in. You know, I was speaking with John. My plan is, as of now, and I'm going to make a commitment and send this out tomorrow. My plan is to do Tai Chi on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It will. I mean, again, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it at 8:30 in the morning. I've had a request to do it at noon. But I'm a fan of doing this stuff early, especially with like Tai Chi and yoga, just because I feel like it really sets the tone for the day.
Right.
So it'll probably be 8:30. My recommendation to everybody, and I'm not going to make this mandatory, but my recommendation is to commit to the full time because of, again, Olivia, you've done this before. My goal is to take you guys through the first section of the form, which you already know. So, you know, but my goal is to get everybody to be able to do that first section of the form in its entirety and feel comfortable doing it on their own. I'm just like with our sessions, I'm going to record every session and then I'm going to put it up on its own separate YouTube playlist. So you can go back and you can review.
I saw yours last night and it was good.
Good. Did you see it? So, okay, great. Yeah. Wonderful. You guys. Yeah. Please, you know, take advantage of all of your stuff. This is your classes are on a private playlist. So, you know, again, only you guys can view it. It's an unlisted playlist. So meaning that only you guys can only view it. You can only view it if you have the link.
Okay.
So yeah, please take advantage of that. And, all right. Well, you guys ready to dive in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's get you moving. So let's start off actually with a little bit of Qigong, and then we're going to move into, we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to do some more functional stuff in the beginning. We got actually a lot of stuff that we're going to accomplish today. And we'll see kind of what we get through, but we're going to try some new stuff today and just kind of see how it goes. But let's start off again as we have been doing with just a little bit of Tai Chi, Qigong, just to kind of get you guys grounded and centered. And then we'll move into the meat and potatoes of our workout. So, right, what we'll do is we'll just find that comfortable hip width stance. And again, you're just going to take a few moments just to get grounded and connected with your body. Close your eyes if you want. And just to begin to experience the ground underneath the feet. All right? Sensing the body weight just grounding down through the floor, grounding through the heels, grounding through the balls of the feet, and then just letting the toes spread out on the floor. And then I want you just to begin to release any tension in the calves, shins. Work your way up, softening in the back of the knees, softening in the thighs and the front of the hips. And then just letting go in the belly, softening in the low back. Letting go in the side ribs. And releasing and unwinding all the way up to the shoulders. Allowing there to be space in the armpits. And then unwinding down the shoulders, unwinding down the arms, forearms, unwinding through the wrist, palms of the hands, backs of the hands, and all the way out to the very tips of the fingers. And then just softening the muscles in the neck and the jaw, the temples. And then as we do in Tai Chi, I want you to imagine that you have a little bungee cord attached to the tip of the tailbone, and it's pulling the tailbone deep down into the center of the earth. And at the same time, you have a little bungee cord attached to the crown of the head, and it's pulling the crown of the head up towards the sky. So as the body weight grounds down, the spine gently lengthens and is suspended. And then let's just come right to your breath. We're going to exhale all the air out of your lungs. Allow for a nice full inhalation to fill the body. Again, as you exhale, exhale all the air out of the lungs and visualize, imagine like light just kind of pouring down from your feet into the floor, rooting into the ground. And then as you inhale, imagine like you're pulling that light energy, air, water up through the root, all the way up to the crown of the head and all the way out to the tip of the fingers. So again, whatever visual works best for you, you're visualizing that water, energy, light being sucked down through the feet, down into the ground, rooting down into the ground. And as you inhale, you're sucking up that energy, light, water through the roots, up to the crown of the head, and now to the tips of the fingers. And we'll do that again one more time, just with the visualization. Down through the floor, rooting down through the ground. And as you inhale, you're pulling up through the roots, all the way up to the crown of the head, all the way out to the tips of the fingers. Exhale, fully root down. And then as you inhale, we're going to slowly open the eyes if your eyes are closed. And we'll, keeping with that same visualization, we'll add our arm movements to this. So again, we'll start off by rooting. You're going to exhale, root down. We're going to press that water down through the floor. Open up the hands. And as you inhale, while you're pulling that water energy light up through, we're going to splash water on the face. Exhale, rooting down. Exhale fully. And then as you inhale, we're pulling that water up from the basin, splashing on the face. And then exhale down. One more time. Exhale fully. Inhale, we're pulling that water up. This time, let's flip the palms over and press up to the ceiling. Exhale, arms down the outside. Gentle squat. And then we'll inhale, palms up, flip the palms over, press on up to the ceiling. And then releasing on down. Gentle squat. Inhale up, all the way up. And then let's just make it a little bit more vigorous. So exhaling down, maybe you come into a little bit deeper of a squat. Inhale up, all the way up. Exhale down, maybe a little bit deeper of a squat. Again, going down only as low as feels right for you. And then we'll inhale up. One more time, exhale down. And then inhaling up, all the way up. Exhale, release down. And then we'll just kind of shake out the arms a little bit. And then let's just come right into this guy. We're going to make that diamond. We're going to pull that diamond into the center of your belly. We're going to bring that diamond to the small of your back. And you're going to gently press the hips forward, opening up in the front of the hips and the belly. And then you're going to inhale, straighten back up. We'll flip the palms over onto your backside. You'll run them down the backs of the legs. Then around and up the front of the legs. And then again, we'll bring that diamond back to the center of your belly. We'll bring the diamond again to the small of the back, gently supporting us as we push the hips forward. Inhale, bring it back up. Flip the palms over, run them down the backs of the legs. And then inhale slowly around and up the front of the legs. Again, the diamond comes back to the center of the belly, right? Diamond to the small of the back, pressing the hips forward. Inhale, bringing them back up. Flipping the palms over, and then again, running them down the backs of the legs. Let's do that one more time. You're going to inhale up, all the way up. Diamond at the center of the belly. Diamond to the small of the back. Exhale. Inhale up. Flip the palms over. Exhale, run them down the backs of the legs. And then inhale slowly around and up. Diamond back at the center of the belly. We'll make gentle fists, and we'll just come into that constant breath. Just rotating side to side. Great, you guys. And then from here, we'll just kind of shake it out a little bit. And then let's dive right in. Can you guys see me okay? Okay, good. Good.
Yes.
So let's start off. We're going to do the first little series that we're going to do is a little bit more functional based, total body stuff. And again, it's, well, I want you just to have some fun with this. But again, if you feel, especially with the bridge, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. If you find that with the bridge, it just ends up being a little too challenging or you feel a little unstable, please let me know. But let's grab let's grab your lightest pair of dumbbells. So Olivia, we may want to have you just start off with your 5s. This is still kind of a part of your warm up. John, you may want to go ahead and just grab those 10s.
Okay.
And here's what we're going to do. So we're going to start off with an exercise called a thruster. Now, Olivia, I'm sure your whole family probably does these, and they do these with a lot of weight and with a barbell. But you're doing the same thing, right? Just maybe a little bit lighter weight. What we're going to do is we're going to take those dumbbells and we're going to bring them up to your shoulders. You know how we do your shoulder press, right? You're going to bring those dumbbells up to your shoulders. And what you're going to do is we're going to combine a squat, only as down as deep as feels right for you, and an overhead press, right? You're going to squat and overhead press. Now, I want you guys to keep those dumbbells facing forward. It's going to be a little bit easier on your shoulder joint, right? So you're going to squat, overhead press. So we're not extending the arms fully, right? Squat, overhead press, squat, overhead press, right? And if you'll notice, I'm keeping those dumbbells pretty neutral. Those elbows are staying forward, and I'm not going to extend the shoulders all the way. I'm going to keep a soft bend in those elbows as I press up. Yeah, great, 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 great. How you doing there, Olivia? Yeah, beautiful. And again, you're just respecting what's going on in your shoulder. Let's just go 3 more here. Great, you guys. All right, now you're gonna grab your ball. And again, just make sure that the ball is on flooring that you feel really confident it's not gonna slip and slide.
Right. And are we going to
That's what you're gonna do, and then I want to present an option to you, and I want you to pick the option that you feel the most confident with. Here's what we're going to pair 2 things. You're going to pair a hip bridge, and you're going to pair your dumbbell pullover, that double arm dumbbell pullover. I'm going to show you what this looks like, right? So we're going to roll on out. I'm going to make sure head and neck are comfortable on the ball. I'm going to drop my hips and bring the arms overhead. And as I come up, I'm going to extend the hips and bring the arms up. I'm going to lower the hips, extend the arms, bring the hips up, pull the arms up. Lower the hips, extend the arms, bring the hips up, pull the arms up. Right? So you're doing that all at the same time. Now, here's the thing. If you just don't quite feel comfortable, maybe try this without your dumbbells first. Right? I'd much rather have you feel comfortable. So I'm going to leave it up to you. Yeah, all right. Right? So as the arms go overhead, the hips drop. And as you bring the arms up, the hips come up. Great, Olivia. Yep, I see you. Great, perfect. As you bring the arms overhead, the hips drop. And as you bring the arms up, the hips come up, right? So we're just combining these 2 movements. And I like this. This is kind of what we call like a posterior chain, or warming up the whole backside of your body. The thrusters, you could say, we're warming up the whole front side of your body. So we're just pulling in some of these more functional movements, even though this is not quite a functional movement, but it really is. It's not something you do in everyday life, but we're getting those movement chains, those muscle chains working in conjunction with each other. Great, you guys. Now let's just go 5 more at your own pace. Now, Olivia, you look really great. The only thing I want you to do is bring those dumbbells together. Yes. And now we're just getting a little bit more rear deltoid, as long as that feels good on your shoulder, and as long as you feel confident with your balance. If you don't feel confident with the balance, take those arms back apart.
Okay.
Really nice, you guys. All right, cool. How was that?
It was okay.
Okay, it's a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's not. You're coordinating a lot of different movements.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. So the last thing we're going to do in this warm-up series is you guys are going to do you're going to use your ball, and we're going to do a little rotation. We're going to do a little seated rotation with one of the dumbbells. And so what I want you to do, you want to make sure, right, you're sitting on your sit bones and you're not tucked under, but you're sitting on your sit bones with the core is engaged. Then we're going to start off with the elbows in close to the ribs, and you're just going to rotate. You're going to rotate about 15 to 20, about 30 to 40 degrees to one side. Then you'll come back to center, and then you'll rotate about the same to the other side. So we're just doing a little rotation, back to center, a little rotation, back to center. Now I want you to find this in your core, right? And again, it doesn't have to be that far of a rotation, but I want it to be concentrated in your core. Now, if this is easy and you're feeling it in your core, you can always extend the arms a little bit, moving the elbows away from the ribs to put more of a challenge on your midsection. Yeah, great. Now, Olivia, this is great. You only actually have to use one, but if you feel good with two, I just want you to bring them together. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. And again, as you exhale, as you rotate, you inhale as you bring it back to center. And we're just going to do about 8 to 10 of these. So you guys are probably coming up on around 6 or 7. Great. And again, we want this in your core, not in your low back.
Okay.
Beautiful. We'll put that dumbbell down. We're going to repeat starting with those thrusters, but go ahead and rest, recover, and then we'll come right back to it. Nice work, you guys. How did those feel?
It's quite a difference when you push them out and rotate.
Yeah.
Than putting them in. It's
right. Because that's exactly. It's you're increasing that lever arm, which just puts that much more demand on your core.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Let's do it. So let's go back again. And you're in control of those dumbbells. Right. The big thing I want you guys to do is, again, remember, you don't have to go all the way up with the press. Like, this may be it. You don't have to turn it out. If it feels good to turn it out, then go for it. But if you can limit it to, like, that may be the extent of my press, and then I come right back down. Right. Mm-hmm. It's up to you. Yeah. Great, Olivia. When you guys are ready, let's go 10 to 15 of these. Yeah. Great, John. You guys look great. Again, 10 to 15. And you want body feeling good. While you guys are doing this, you guys are looking good. I'm just going to catch up on my notes.
9, 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice work, John. How many did you get?
I did 12 with 10s.
Okay, nice work.
Yeah, I did. Those are hard for me.
It's a lot, right? It's a big compound movement. You're moving upper body and lower body at the same time. Olivia, how many did you get?
I did 12 with 2 5s.
All right, nice work. All right, you guys, so we're going to make our way to our ball, and we're going to do that same thing, right? We're going to do that hip bridge to pull over. Dumbbells stay together, right? Again, the hips lower, and as you come overhead, right, as the arms come up, the hips come up. Yeah, great. You drive it through the heels, you're squeezing your glutes. Nice work. Again, same thing. We're just going 10 to 15. You're in control. Great, you guys. And again, with those, just making sure, John, it's at the shoulder more than it is the elbow, right? So we're really working. You want to find that stretch in that shoulder, in those lats. really nice, you guys. This is really cool. I was excited for you guys to try this. Yeah. And then again, Olivia, how many did you get?
15.
Perfect. And then when you guys are ready, right, you'll come into your rotation. And again, maybe, right, if you feel good, you extend those elbows a little bit away from the ribs to make that even more challenging on your core. I mean, I've got a 10-pound dumbbell here, and I can feel that challenge, right, just as you rotate. Again, you're just finding that rotation. Exhale as you rotate. Inhale as you come back. And here we're just going to go 8 to 12. Great, 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 great.
I can really feel it in my gut.
Yes. That is it. That's what we're going after.
Woo, that's it.
How many did you get?
12.
Okay. Nice work. John, how many did you get?
I did 12 on this.
How many did you get on your hip bridges?
I only got 12, I think.
That's okay. All right, let me just catch up my notes real quick, and we are moving on, you guys. So we're going to find a little bit of wall space.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're going to do is we're going to pair two things. Olivia, you're going to want to get your bench handy. John, you're going to want to get that floor handy because we're going to come into your favorite exercise, push-ups.
Oh, God. Now, I have one of these push-up things.
The perfect push-up?
Yes.
Yeah, you can use that. You can definitely use that. And again, we just want to limit your range of motion too, John. So if you have a block, you can always put that block just right where your chest is. And because I want you to limit that range of motion to where you're going really no further than your elbow in line with your shoulder, right?
Okay.
So if it's here, that would, and I don't have a yoga block down here with me, but right, if we think about it, right, that if the floor is right here, that's about it. I don't really want to go any further than really like a yoga block on its middle side, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Do you have a yoga block?
I do, somewhere.
Yeah, go ahead and grab it if you don't mind. Olivia, we're gonna have you do your push-ups on your bench.
Okay.
So we have between my girls and and my neighbor they have a young son. You can tell all the kids are just kind of getting cabin fever.
Oh.
they're all having there's the temperaments in the temper tantrums are definitely a little bit tricky, a little easier now.
New York Times all about mental health during all of this, and people are losing it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting time. John, that works.
Okay.
So here's what I want you guys to start off with. We're actually going to start off with a wall sit. Right? And now we've never done these, Lisa. If we have, it's been a long time. This is where we're going to go against the wall. Now, Olivia, I want you to just be gentle with your knees. Now, hopefully I'm not in too much of a shadow over here. What you're going to do, you're going to walk down that wall like you're sitting in a chair. John, this is like an electric chair.
Oh, okay.
Right, we're sitting against, you're coming down only as deep as feels right for you, and we're going to hold this. And we're going to hold this for as long as you can or up to a minute. Now, again, you're in control of the intensity. I can see you, Olivia, perfect. You're in control of the intensity by how far you go down, right? So I'm just going to get my timer going here. So we're ready. And again, I want you to make sure you feel comfortable and confident coming back up. And here's one of the things that we can do is if you don't, especially Olivia with your left knee, we can always slide a bench or stool underneath you to where you can complete it and you can sit down. That's up to you, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I'll leave it up to you, or just don't go down too deep. And if you start feeling a little at risk, then again, just come back up. But here's the other thing too, to keep the pressure off of your knee, think hips back against the wall, right? Hips back against the wall and try to release in the front of your hip. Okay. When you guys are ready, come on down as deep as feels right for you, and we're going to hold it for as long as you can or up to a minute. And clock has begun. Beautiful. And if, as you feel confident, if you want to sink down a little bit deeper, then go for it. All right. In the next round, a way we can up the ante is kind of like we did with that rotation, that seated rotation, is we just grab a dumbbell and we put it out in front of you a little bit further. And I think that's what Tessa calls the electric chair, John.
Ah. Finally.
Beautiful. Nice work, you guys. And you should feel those quads burn.
I am.
Good. Good. We haven't done a whole lot of isometric work like this beside like planks and maybe some glute bridges. But these are a fun way, body weight wise, to get a little bit of extra.
Where are we in this minute?
What's that?
Where are we in this minute?
3 seconds. 2, 1, rest and come on up. How was that?
That was horrible. That could be the push.
Not quite the electric chair, but pretty close, huh? So you guys are resting and recovering. Then we're going to go down to your John to the floor, Olivia to your bench, and we're going to come into your push-ups. And again, as always, right, just remember with those push-ups, right, we want that 10 and 2. Right, you want to break the bar, right? So the shoulders go back and down, the chest stays lifted, right, as you press, right, as opposed to letting the arms stay at 90 degrees, right? Break that bar, shoulders back and down, or think 10 and 2 with the hands.
Oh God.
Yeah. And hey, first set 8 to 12. If 12 feels easy, go for 15. Yeah, great. Great. You guys look good. Nice. Perfect, Olivia. Great, John. Yep, and just keeping those shoulders back and down. That's the big key, right? Shoulders stay back and down. You're pressing through the outside edges of those palms. Wonderful, you guys. You guys look great. Again, 8 to 12. 12 feels easy. You're going to 15, and then you're resting. You're recovering, and we're repeating. Back to the wall for a little electric chair, for a little corporal punishment.
And this is the one where we take the weight.
If you want, right? If we want to up the ante on this wall sit, we'll just grab a dumbbell. And again, you can make it John, grab your 10. Olivia, grab a 5. And we're just going to hold it out in front of you. Right, and think about it like this. It places more focus on the core, right? And the further you extend the arms, the more it's going to place on that core. So when you guys are ready, we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and slide on down, and we'll begin this timer. Yeah, great. And again, you're just going to hold it, right? You're just going to hold that dumbbell out. Right? Oh. Yeah. Yep. Just hold that dumbbell out. Right? And again, we're just isometrically holding this position. And I want you to focus on your breath. Focus on the body weight grounding down through the heels, just keeping the hips back, keeping a crease in the hip flexors so you find the support with your quadriceps, not with the front of your hips. Beautiful, you guys. 30 seconds down. Looking good, looking good. Yeah. Great, great, great. Yeah. 10 seconds.
Oh my God.
Yes. 3, 2, 1. And you're resting, you're recovering, and we're going back into our push-up. Nice work. How are you guys feeling?
Really hard. I feel that well as my quads.
What's that?
I feel it in my stomach as well as my quads.
Yeah, great, John. That's it, right? Especially with that dumbbell.
Okay. I can't. I don't think this makes it any easier.
Right? 8 to 12, 10 to 15. If 12 feels easy, go for 15. Shoulders back and down, elbows in. Yeah, great, you guys. Nice. Keeping that core nice and engaged.
Eight.
Yep.
I can only do 8.
That's okay.
Definitely one of my weaker moves.
Yeah, it's that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry, John. We got one more set. We'll make up for
Yay.
it. Great, you guys. So when you're ready, come on up. Let's go one more round of each of these.
Okay.
Olivia, how many did you get?
I did 15.
Nice work. John, how many did you get on your first set?
I did 8
Okay, on the first set.
on the first set, both of them.
Okay, got it. So again, rest, recover, make sure you feel strong, and then we'll come back. You'll grab your weight. Final set of these. Maybe we sink down a little bit deeper if you feel really, really good. You guys ready to do this?
Yep.
Here we go. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Find that position. Extend that dumbbell on out. And just focus on your breath, right? You're releasing the hips stay back, the body weight grounds down through the wall, it grounds back through the wall, down through the feet, and you're focusing on that breath, exhaling fully, and finding that support in your core. Yeah, and as it gets challenging, right, your breathing is going to get labored and you're going to have to make shorter breaths. And that's okay. 40 seconds down. Great, you two. 10 seconds. Now, I want you to see if you can go a little bit deeper on these last few seconds.
Good luck.
3, 2, 1. Rest and come on up. Nice work.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right?
Walking wounded.
I know.
So we'll go one more set of those push-ups. Great, you guys. Mm-hmm. Nice. Awesome. John, how many did you get?
I did 10,
All right.
but I didn't do these things turn. I
Yep.
just kept them straight.
Yeah,
And I did.
that's fine. That's fine.
My wrist.
I think that I like the perfect push-up if it provides you, if it causes less tension and stress on the shoulder and it relieves any pain that regular push-ups will sometimes cause. Sometimes the same thing with the wrist. Other than that,
this kind of hurt my wrist when I would do the turning bit. But if
yeah.
I just did it straight and it seemed to be better.
Yeah. I'm more of a fan of not using them unless they help relieve pain.
Yeah.
And if they cause pain, I just don't. I find, yeah. Olivia, how many did you get?
I went ahead and did 18.
Oh, nice work.
She's like Iron Woman.
I know, right?
She's doing
Them wrong.
I don't know. I'm doing like 8 and she's doing like 20.
Yeah, but I'm on a bench. You're on the floor.
I still think you're more of a man than I am.
Olivia secretly follows The Rock on Instagram.
Yeah.
I do. He's my favorite. Besides George.
That guy's a dynamo.
Oh,
That guy's a dynamo. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, he shares his workout sometimes, and in between lifting, he'll say some motivational stuff. It's pretty awesome.
Like,
So
get off your ass and get working.
yeah, right. That's pretty much it. All right, so here's what we're going to grab. Olivia, let's grab your step. John, we'll use your steps, and we're just going to do a step up to knee raise. But let me show you a way that we can. Olivia, we want to make sure that balance-wise. John, you've done these before with a medicine ball. Olivia, we just want to make sure that we cover balance first. So what we're going to do is you're going to take a dumbbell, and again, John, this is primarily for you. We've done this before. You're going to do that step up to knee raise, but you're going to add that dumbbell rotation at the top. And I want you to rotate, I want you to rotate over the lifted knee. So you're going to raise the knee, rotate, and back. Raise the knee, rotate, and back.
Okay.
On the other side, look like this. Right?
One leg, right?
Sorry. Raise the knee, rotate, and back. Raise the knee, rotate, and back. Olivia,
Yes.
right? We may want to, again, have you stay right now with just working on putting the dumbbell in the hand of the foot that's on the bench and just working on raising that leg.
Okay.
Now, John, I can't see you, but I think your steps are like kind of your normal 7-inch riser, right?
You're not very high, but I can point you in that direction. I don't know. The sun might be too much.
No, actually, that looks good. No, that's perfect. Actually, that 7 inches, right? That shorter distance is going to, I think, be. That's one of the reasons why I'm saying you could add that rotation. I think you're going to be fine. Yeah, great, Olivia. That looks perfect. John, great. Great, you guys. You guys look fantastic. What's that, Olivia?
10?
Go for it. Yeah, please. Yeah, that 5 is going to be light for you. And then again, your goal is to see if you can kind of support less with the pull. And let's just go 10, 15 here. Minimal support with the pull, Olivia. That's kind of what we want to work balance on this one as well. Yeah, great. Again, 10 to 15. Yeah. Yeah. Great job. And 10 to 15. Great, you guys. And we're going to end up doing 2 sets of this. And let's just go right from one into the next, right? Take as much recovery as you need, and then we'll go back and we'll do 1 more set. John, how many did you get?
15.
All right. And you were using a 10-pound dumbbell?
I was. Okay.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Olivia, how many did you get? How many? All right. And you were using a 10 as well, right?
Yes.
And so we're going to do 1 more set of each of those, 1 more set on each side. When you're ready. Awesome, John.
Okay.
Nice work. John, how many did you get? 15?
15.
Awesome.
I'm a little winded.
Yeah, step-ups always do that, right?
Okay.
Olivia, do you have any bands?
Yes, I found one. I'll go
You
get it.
found one? All right, perfect.
I'll be right back.
You got it. John, we're gonna if we want, you can go ahead and have you dive right into this. You're gonna actually go palms down. You can do a band pull apart.
Okay.
With the part roughly, right? And yeah, exactly. And you're just pulling apart, squeeze those shoulder blades back gently, chin down, right? And you're just going forward and back. And we're keeping some tension on that band. So you're not going to go all the way, right? You just want to keep a little tension on that band the entire time. And think thumbs slightly down, elbows slightly lifted, just a touch, and definitely not in a position where you feel any kind of impingement. And hey, let's just go 10 to 15 of these.
Okay.
Olivia, we're going to start off with what's called a band pull apart. And we've done these before. We've done these a long time ago. You're going to go hand shoulder width apart, and we're just going to pull band to the chest and then back. Pull band to the chest and then back. Yeah. Right? And you want to keep that tension the entire time on the band, right? So you're not going to let it come all the way.
Oh,
John,
okay.
you're going to flip the palm over, John, and you're going to do those no monies, that double external rotation. Yeah. And same thing. We're just keeping that gentle tension on the band the entire time. Great, you guys. And let's just go 10 to 15 of each of those. And we're just going to do 2 sets, and then you guys are pow. Yeah, right. Yeah, great, Olivia. Yep, coming into that no money. And the big thing is you want to make sure those elbows are kind of out in front of the body a little bit. We don't want to be too far back. Elbows kind of in the ribs and slightly out in front of the body. And again, we're just keeping that. It's a small range of motion, right? Small range of motion. Great, you guys. 10 to 15. Just catch up my notes.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, and just keep those elbows in close to the body, Olivia.
Oh, I thought
Right?
you said.
Yeah, keep those elbows in nice and close to the body. Small range of motion. Short range of motion. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And you can even choke up a little bit more on the band to even reduce that range of motion. Yeah, perfect. Yep.
Ow.
John, your pal, how was that?
Those are really hard. I don't know, maybe it was because of the push-up, but boy, those were harder than I thought.
Yeah, they're no joke. Olivia, let's go one more set of each. Right? So you're going to come back into that band, pull apart, palms facing down, and then you'll do one more set of those no monies. John, just while, we'll use that band, take it wide, and you're just going to go wide and stretch out the shoulders.
Yeah.
And you know what? And, do this a few times, and then just kind of hold it statically. Let the shoulders go down the back, open up the chest, and then just breathe, right? Exhaling fully, yeah. Allow for that nice full inhalation to fill the body. Exhale fully. Allow for that nice full inhalation to fill the body. Great, Olivia. That's it. Keeping it nice and close. And then, John, when you're ready, you'll slowly bring it back up. And then what you're going to do here is we're just going to open up you're going to go overhead. And you're just going to pull down. Yeah. And you're just going to kind of stretch out that shoulder. You know what you can also do too a little bit here, John, is you can lean a little to the side. Yeah.
Okay.
Great, Olivia. Yep. Yeah, exactly. And you're just going to hold that stretch. Right? And just kind of let that whole side body open up. Exhale fully. Allow for a nice full inhalation to the body. Right? Exhale fully. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly unhinge. We'll bring the other arm up. We'll bring the other one down. And we'll do the same thing here. Right? If you want, we'll hinge a little to the side. Open up in that side body. Exhale fully. Allow for a nice full inhalation into your body. Exhale fully. Allow for that nice full inhalation. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale, come on up. Olivia, you're going to go wide and bring it behind. Right? So go as wide as you want, and you'll bring it behind. And John, if you want, stretch those quads and calves a little, or quads and hamstrings a little bit. Right? So we can always go against the pole and just, yeah, exactly. Perfect, John. And with that stretch, John, I just want you to think, tuck the tail a little bit, right? Tuck the tail, push the hips forward a little bit. There you go. Great, Olivia. That's perfect. Again, just breathing into the upper chest, upper lungs, upper ribs. Yeah. 3 to 5 nice deep breaths, and then we'll switch. And then, Olivia, when you're ready, we'll come into your hamstring stretch using the pole. Yeah, great, John. Again, gentle tuck in the tail. Yeah. Olivia, that's where you're going to hold on to the pole, right? We're just going to send the hips, right? One foot's going to go forward, right? Holding on to the pole. One foot's going to go forward. We're going to send that hip back. And just going to breathe. Great, you guys. And again, 3 to 5 nice deep breaths on each side. Exhaling fully. Allow it for that nice full inhalation into your body. Exhaling fully. Yeah, great, 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 great.
Okay. I'm
You are, wow.
So you're gonna send us.
Both?
You're gonna send
Go
us a
ahead.
link. And
What's that, John?
you're gonna You're going to send us a link beforehand?
On Monday?
For Monday, or will it be like today?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, I'm going to, and I'll let you know. What I'll do is I'll send you guys a text. I love it.
Okay.
Olivia's got her ears back on. You should have worked out the whole time with those on.
I know.
I wanted you to concentrate, not on me.
Right? Oh, that's great. Hey, I think I can get I'm going to do a screenshot and I'll share it. Olivia, put those back on. I'll put a
Okay, I don't know if you can tell, they're blinking.
No,
Oh, no, you can't. Great.
there you go. Oh,
That's great.
beauty.
I'm going to try to schedule them in advance so you guys will have that, that link in advance.
Okay, because I am better with an email link because of my iPad.
Okay. Yeah. And I'll send that. So that was, and I knew that, I remember you had mentioned that last time around, John. And so what I'll do is I'll, regardless of what we do, I'll email you both the links from now on.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
But what I'm hoping is to, is if I can get, schedule them all in advance, then you'll have that code anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bye, John.
Bye.
Hey, happy Easter, you guys.
Bye.
Have fun.
Leave
Have fun
meeting.
with
You guys too.
Have fun with your kids, okay?
We will. We're planning a whole little event.
This is a great age. They just go crazy.
Yeah. Oh, and Jamie's mom's planning on doing a little something, so it'll be
Okay.
fun.
Okay.
Hey, you
All
guys
right.
take good care. I'll see you Monday.
Okay, take care. Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye.